Wait! Stand at ease!
The official march past by the guard of honor where the Premier will acknowledge the salute.
Wait! Attention! Guard of honor, shoulder arms! Parade, close, order, march! Parade will march past by platoons. Move to the right by platoons. Right hand! Parade! By the left! Quick, march! Close up.
Premier will now descend the podium, followed by his entourage. Ladies and gentlemen, we now have come to the end of our program. I hope you will enjoy the proceedings of the day. Thank you very much.
Can someone tell you one
Ladies and gentlemen, the Speaker of the Gauteng Provincial Legislature, Honorable Murakane Musupye, and the Premier of Gauteng, Honorable Panyaza Lesufi.
we settle down, please? Could we please get settled? Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Guests and members to my left, can you please take your seats?
Lobuholi naleli parliamente lase Gauteng alinalvala. Lobuholi naleli parliamente lase Gauteng alihlehlele emumva. Phela thina asiwona magwala sinzalo kaHeri gwala. Siholwa insizwa engeloni ivalo engaloni ivaka kwathina sona magwala. Leli iparlamente lesimanga, iparlamente elinezinyawo lizihambela lisifikele lona ebantwini. Leli iparlamente lezimanga liphila phakathi kwabantu malilethe into zabantu phakathi kwabantu. Baleka ndlalo sefikile undunankulu Panyaza kanye nezakhe. Kuzomela usefaka ngoba thina nokunduna kwenu yethu asinalo uvalo. Sifana no 7 members, ibhande nebhuluku 6 no 9 konke kuyafana nokwehla nokwenyukela. Lapha sikhuluma ngendoda engakhulumi nje kuphela kodwa ikhuluma masiyenza. Intuthuko eGauteng kasiyibuzi ibona ngamehlo. Izakhiwo zaseyicekele phansi yavuswa ibuyisele ebantwini. Ikahelengi sithatha umhlaba subuyisele ebantwini. Mayela Africa.
Mokita.
You may be seated.
This is the time for you, Africa. For you, the chance to wake up and wipe the sleep.
Kuluma ngendoda engangcethezi makumnyama kumnyama akujiki makwajika kuyashayisa uthambo lwenyoka lihlabela imzondayo ngentuthuko sikudla Gautrain from Soweto to Springs, from Springs to Fourways, from Fourways to Mamelodi to Atteridgeville sikhomba 67 minutes from Pretoria to Limpopo. Intuthuko asiyibuthi nasiyibona ngamehlo. Sikhuluma ngendoda engangcethezi, indoda yabonga impeziko yethuna kaHeri gwala kwabanjwa isikomfa nemhlangano sathi suka comrade endeleni lapha sile nalo sinana lona kufuka ezimuntu ebaleni mhlophe. Sikhuluma ngendoda engahlehla yaphambili kuphela ikahelengi sathi umhlaba abantu subuyisele ebantwini. 15,000 people benefited. Lapha sikhuluma ngezinombolo kasidlali kasifundisi siyaphasisa ngoba niyayithanda ipolitiki nizoyifunda noma seniyifundile nizobuye lize kuthina ngoba niyifundiswa yithi amandla.
Let our leaders guide Africa into this new century with a pride, with the spirit of Moshweshwe, the spirit of Ushaka. Wamakaskade, Nabokwame Nkrumah, Nayo Baba Nelson Mandela. Ayene, 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 ma Africa. Ayene, 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 ma Africa. This is the unknown grave. The one who died maintaining his mind, his will being so strong and musically inclined. His sad melodies coming out like a smoke
smoke from the woody fire, confessing who died last night, who died this morning, and why. One dangerous mind, 4 million graves. Look down into the grave and do not weep. Skeleton confessing the loss of music, culture, and belief. Skeleton confessing the age of lamentations, the age of broken minds and souls. I picked up the soil from this unknown grave and blew it up with the wind so as to make reference one day. And I sing, Maibuye Africa, sing now Africa, sing loud, sing to the people. Let them give something to the world and not just take it from it. And we'll ring the bells when you come back. We'll beat the drums when you come back. We'll ring the bells when you come back. We'll beat the drums when you come back. Our lost African music will turn to the music of the people. Here's the people's music, but the people's culture, and I'll be the one who climbed up the mountain, reaching for the top of the days. What a world God is. Sing, Africa sing, Africa sing, Africa sing, Africa sing. Sing, sing, Africa, sing, sing, Africa. Let's lose our memories of those times and soul.
Okay, thank you very much. I, Honorable AWMK Musupye, hereby declares the Tshwane Automotive Special Economic Zone as the precinct of the Gauteng Provincial Legislature in terms of Rule 56 of the Standing Rules of the Gauteng Provincial Legislature, read with Section 2, Subsection 1, and Section 28 of the Powers, Privileges, and Immunities of Parliament and Provincial Legislators Act 4 of 2004. For the purposes of this meeting, I just want to explain to you what this means as well. So the precincts of Parliament is the area of land and every building or part of a building under Parliament, in our case, legislature's control, including the chambers in which the proceedings of the House are conducted and the galleries and lobbies of the chamber. Every part of the building in which the chamber are situated and every forecourt, yard, garden, enclosure or open space thereof, or thereto rather, committee rooms and other meeting places provided or used primarily for Parliament or legislature's purposes. And every other building or part of a building provided or used in connection with the proceedings of the legislature. Now, for the purpose of the sitting today, this is a special sitting convened in terms of Rule 15 of the Standing Rules, which reads as follows. At the first sitting of the legislature each year, the Premier must deliver an address on the state of the province. Furthermore, in terms of Rule 15 subsection 2, which reads as follows, this is a special sitting solely designated to receive the state of the province address delivered by the Premier. Then Rule 18 subsection 3 reads as follows, the only business that may be conducted at a special sitting will be the business for which it has been designated. And that would be what I have just explained to your honorable selves. Rule 53, which speaks to conduct of members of the public, reads as follows. When in the precinct of the legislature, members of the public must conduct themselves in an orderly manner. Members of the public attending a plenary meeting of the legislature or a committee meeting may not disrupt proceedings and must observe the directive of the member presiding over the House or chairing the committee meeting. In our purposes, for our purposes today, it would be the Speaker. The members presiding over the House or chairing a committee meeting may order a member of the public to leave from a meeting and leave the precincts of the legislature when he or she disrupts proceedings or is involved in any misconduct. We are now going to be moving to the singing of the national anthem, and I'm going to ask that everybody rises. We are going to receive the national anthem, and it will be followed immediately by the AU anthem. May we all rise, please. much, we may observe a moment of silence for prayer and meditation. Thank you very much. You may be seated. I will now afford the members of the media 3 minutes to take your photos. Members of the media. Excuse? No. Oh, I not acknowledge somebody. Hey, I'm Tom Jim. Okay, thank you very much, members of the media. Your 3 minutes is up. Yeah, okay. Okay. Okay, thank you very much, members of the media, please. Okay. Okay, thank you very much. I would now like to welcome the following guests to the opening of the second session of the 7th legislature. Honorable members and ladies and gentlemen, we have quite a number of people here, so I would like to acknowledge as many of them as possible. So I would like to acknowledge in our presence the Honorable Minister Pakstau. We have Deputy Ministers, Honorable Peace Mabe, Honorable Mondli Gungubele, Honorable Steve Litsike, Honorable Manamela. I would also like to acknowledge in our presence former ministers of the Republic of South Africa, Dr. Nkosazana Dlamini Zuma. I also want to welcome former Premier of Gauteng Province, Dr. Matole Motshekga. We also have in our midst honorable members of the judiciary, including Deputy Judge President of the South African Division, Advocate Aubrey Ledwaba. We also have representatives of different parties that have embassies in South Africa. Not all of them are from Gauteng, but I'll acknowledge all of them that are here. The Embassy of the British High Commission is represented. The British High Commission is also here. Consulate General of China is also here with us. The High Commission of the Kingdom of Eswatini, Embassy of the Republic of Guinea. The Kenyan Embassy is also here, the High Commission. The High Commission of Lesotho is also here with us, including the High Commission of Mozambique. We also have the Ambassador from Nigeria, Ambassador of the Republic of Palestine, Ambassador of the High Commission of the Republic of Singapore, Ambassador of Turkey, the US Consulate, Embassy of the Bolivian Republic, State of Venezuela, the Ambassador of Zambia, and the Embassy of Zimbabwe is also here with us. We also have in our midst the hosting city, the city of Tshwane, Mayor, Councillor Nasipi Moyo, Dr. Nasipi Moyo. The Deputy Mayor is also here with us, Mr. Mudise. The Speaker of the City of Tshwane, Councillor Nana rather. We also have mayors from the city of Ekurhuleni, the mayor from the city of Mogale, the mayor from the city of Johannesburg, the mayor from the district municipality of the West Rand, the mayor of the West Rand district municipality, the speaker rather, from that municipality. We have also the mayor from the Rand West and the speaker from that municipality. We have the mayor of Merafong City local municipality and the speaker, the mayor of Sidibeng district municipality and the speaker, the mayor of Emfuleni local municipality and the speaker, the mayor of Midvaal City and the speaker, the mayor of Lesedi local municipality and the speaker. We also have in our midst Chapter 9 and 10 institutions that are represented. The Public Service Commissioner is here, the Public Protector is also here, the Auditor General of South Africa is also with us here, and the National Prosecuting Authority have joined us as well. Leaders and representatives of political parties are also in our midst. The former members of the Gauteng Provincial Legislature have joined us as well. The chairperson of the Audit and Risk Committee, Dr. Madiba, is also here. We also have the only party that provided me with the name of their political leader is the EFF. Their chairperson, Nkulule Kodunga, is also here. We also have in our midst veteran musicians, two of them. We have Mr. Vusim Mahlasela, and we have our beloved mother, May Abigail Kubeka. They are here with us, yes. We are honored to have them in our presence. I also want to acknowledge the leadership of the Automotive Special Economic Zone known as TAZES, the chairperson of the board, Mr. Lionel October, the Chief Executive Officer, Mr. Beki Zulu, and the team, our beautiful and amazing guests here tonight. Bagolo ba me dumelang hle. Okay, we also have in our midst the Judge President of Gauteng High Court Division, Advocate Dunstan Mlambo. All of you are welcome. I also want to ask your indulgence, honorable members and guests, because we have invited quite a number of people and stakeholders that we work with. So we have guests of the chairperson of the committees, guests of the deputy chairperson of the committees, guests of the acting secretary of the GPL, Gauteng Provincial Legislator, political party guests, that is, guests that were invited by different political parties represented here, speakers and presiding officers of provincial legislature, former speakers, deputy speakers, members and presiding officers of the provincial legislature and their partners, Gauteng Speakers Forum, former members of the Gauteng Provincial Legislature, executive mayors of all municipalities, those I have already acknowledged, secretaries of provincial legislatures that are here with us, Director General and HODs of the Department, Director General of the GPL, of the Gauteng Province rather, and the HODs of the departments, veterans and freedom stalwarts. I also want to acknowledge our sponsors because they've been very helpful, and the first sponsor that I will start with is the Tshwane Automotive Special Economic Zone, Standard Bank, Rand Water, Proudly South Africa, and SAB. We also have faith-based organizations, the CSIR representatives. We have youth leaders in our midst, women in business, the LGBTQIA+ community, older persons advocates, disability rights advocates, traditional councils, Gauteng Ethics Council members, the media, and all of the guests. I want to thank you for indulging me, for recognizing all of the people that have honored our invite. Ladies and gentlemen, honorable members, I would now like to invite the Premier to come to the podium and deliver his message to the people of Gauteng.
Thank you so much, Madam Speaker. I want to take this opportunity to acknowledge you, Madam Speaker, Me Murakani Musupse, Deputy Speaker, Me Nomvoyo Mhlakaza Manamela, our Deputy Ministers that are here, Deputy Minister Mondli Ngungubele, Deputy Minister Manamela, Deputy Minister Litsike, Deputy Minister Mabe. I also want to acknowledge our Chief Whip of the governing party, Honorable Member Lesego Makubela, together with the leader of government business, Me Nomantunkomo Raluhuku. Members of the Executive Council, executive mayors that are here, members of the mayoral committees, and councillors that are here. I want to acknowledge the leader of political party in government of provincial unity and leaders of the official opposition, Ntate Honorable Soli Msimang, together with the longest serving member of this legislature, Ntate Bloom. Leaders of other political parties that are part of the government of provincial unity, thank you so much for joining us. Leaders of political parties and members of the legislature, former chairperson of the African Union, Me Dr. Nkosazana Dlamini Zuma. Thank you so much, Maruna. We really appreciate it. I want to acknowledge former Deputy Minister Zizi Kodwa, and further acknowledge all the leaders that were part of our political life previously. Allow me to also acknowledge and thank, I think she's attending this SOPA for the very, very first time, Mme Abigail Kubeka, and thank her for really coming here and doing. The leadership and members of the judiciary, represented here by our Judge President and Deputy Judge President. I also want to acknowledge our Commissioner of Police and also acknowledge traditional leaders, religious leaders, and business leaders in Gauteng. Allow me, Speaker, to acknowledge the President of the Lesufi clan that is here to support and join me. I want to also acknowledge the Chairperson of the Board of Tshwane Automotive Special Economic Zone, Ntate Lionel October, the CEO, the COO, but most importantly, and you'll understand why I'm not acknowledging her, the CEO and President of Ford of South Africa, Mr. Neil Hill. Thank you so much for being here. We really appreciate that. Your Excellencies, members of the diplomatic corps, members of the media, distinguished guests, people of Gauteng. As part of celebrating the International Mother Tongue Day, I want to start by saying this. Ke lesufi la mankgakgatha mokono wa ntšhedikgolo wa bontšheletšeng ka moroko basadi o se ka re o e bona e hlotša wa enametša thaba. Ke setululu sa mmamma ge dipitša di ditšhila o bitša nna ke di hlwekiše. Ke terekele mmamma ge le boima balemi ba nyaka tšhišo ba bitša nna ke tšhaba moditi. Madam Speaker, it is now 6 months since the 7th administration was established. It's now 6 months since we configured in terms of the government of provincial unity. We took up the reins to deliver on the electoral mandate that was given to us during the May 2024 national and provincial elections. We are thankful for the continued commitment shown by all political parties which are part of the government of provincial unity. Let me also thank the official opposition and the parties outside the government of provincial unity for their continued thoughtful contribution to a robust yet constructive legislative environment that deepens democratic governance in our province. This State of the Province address is underpinned by the 3 national priorities re-emphasized by our President Cyril Ramaphosa in his 2025 State of the Nation address. In Gauteng, we are indeed aligned with these 3 strategic priorities of our medium-term development plan. These are: 1, to drive inclusive growth and job creation; 2, to reduce poverty and tackle the high cost of living; 3, to build a capable, ethical and developmental state. People of Gauteng, our presence here in Tshwane this evening is nothing else but a mark of appreciation to the new administration of the municipality of Tshwane. Under your leadership, Executive Mayor Dr. Nasipi Moya and Deputy Mayor Eugene Modise, Tshwane is back. Tshwane is better. Tshwane is bolder. Together with other parties in your administration, you have demonstrated that a city can be clean, a city can serve all its residents, and a city can work. For that, we want to say thank you, thank you, thank you, Executive Mayor and your team. Keep it that way. To the people of Gauteng, 5 years ago, where we are now, it was nothing else but an open space. Today, as we host this State of the Province address in this groundbreaking facility, We are not just celebrating that it has been built. We are charting the way forward and we are moving ahead. That's why an automotive special economic zone, it's a proof that Gauteng is the driver of Africa's automotive revolution. It's a bold declaration that the future of manufacturing starts here. This is a city 2 years ago was not here. This is a city 5 years ago, there were no buildings. This is a city 6 years ago, it was just a dream. Today, we are in a city that is producing 725 cars per day and more than 2,000 cars annually. It was the great African scholar, Chinua Achebe, who said, until the lions have their own historians, the history of hunting will glorify the hunter, end quote. That's why an automotive special economic zone is indeed hosting this State of the Province address to respond to those that are pessimistic and gloomy about this province. We are ready to tell our story, to prevent people from defining us. When they say nothing has happened and nothing is happening in this province, today we want to bury that debate to say where we are. We have 8,000 people that were unemployed 3 years ago. Today they are working in this city of automotive. 5 years ago, in 2019 to be exact, the first sword turning ceremony was overseen by our President Cyril Ramaphosa to start the production line of the next generation of Ford Rangers. Today, this plant, as I said, is producing 725 cars a day and more than 200,000 Ford Rangers per year. This is a remarkable achievement. Our province is proud to be the home of this Africa's first automotive city. We launched this special economic zone so that we can start the work of creating jobs for our people. I want to take this opportunity to thank the Department of Trade and Industry, to thank the Gauteng Provincial Government, the City of Tshwane, and Ford Motor South Africa for believing in our dream to do things on our own. The intergovernment and multi-sectoral partnership in this particular city has invested 26 billion rand, creating over 8,000 jobs that allows our people to work in this city. This innovation has also brought 229 small businesses from Mamelodi and surrounding area to benefit from contracts of 1.7 billion in procurement opportunities here, especially women, youth, entrepreneurs with disability, and young people that are gaining the experiences they idea. Madam Speaker, this special economic zone is a demonstration that we are ready to roll out other special economic zones so that we can create opportunities. Earlier today, together with the Deputy Mayor of Tshwane, we have turned the sword to signal the launch of phase 2 of this special economic zone. And at the launch of this phase 2, I was already told that it's oversubscribed and that all opportunities have been taken over by new companies that want to open new firms in this area. Madam Speaker, hear this. Phase 2, which will start from next month, will expand and attract an investment of 6.1 billion rands in private sector investment and 3.5 billion rands from government partnerships. Government has already transferred 3.9 billion rands into the bank account of this special economic zone so that they can build phase 2. Phase 2 is going to create 6,150 new jobs, and it's also going to ensure that we attract the best companies in this area. What is more interesting with this investment, We don't want just to build cars. We want to transfer the skills to our young people. We want to empower our young people to build their own cars. And we are proud that phase 2 is going to build an academy that will train young people in the future of the motor industry. This academy is going to ensure that there is not less than 2,000 learners every year so that we can build our own skills in our own area. Indeed, we are growing Gauteng together. As I said, until the lions have their own historians, the history of hunting will glorify the hunter. It's only those that don't know us, that are coming to this house for the first time, that they will accuse us that we have done nothing. Your presence here is an affirmation that we have done something, and 8,000 new people will be employed from next month when we leave this area. Madam Speaker, please allow me to do this. We are gathered here in Tshwane, the home of Lilian Ngoyi, the home of His Twalande Dr. Cholo, the home of Sam Musonyane, Francis Bart, Martha Mahlangu, Roni Mameepa, Judge Dikgang Moseneke, Emma Sateche, Dr. Gwen Ramogopa, Dr. Fabian Ribeiro, Dr. Abing Nkomo, Professor Nico Smith, Lucas Micro Masterpieces Moripe, Face du Plessis, Advocate Nakedi Ribani, Vose Mahlasela, Jafta Masemola, and the hero of our generation, the one and the only one, Solomon Kalushi Mahlangu. We come here to honor and salute them. We come here to thank them for their contribution and the support that they've given us. People of Gauteng, whatever we do and whatever we say, if we don't resolve the following Gauteng 13 problems, being here will mean nothing. Our Gauteng 13 problems are the problems that need all of us to resolve them with speed. And the following 13 problems need our joint immediate attention. They are water, cable theft and vandalism, non-functional traffic lights, potholes, crime and lawlessness, mushrooming of informal settlement, electricity, in particular load shedding and load reduction in our communities, increase in gender-based violence and femicide, drug abuse, services at our hospitals and clinics, lack of sufficient schools in our communities, failing infrastructure, especially within our CBDs, and unemployment. We have to reverse the impact of these Gauteng 13 problems, what I term G13, if we are worthy of being called government. If we can't resolve these 13 problems, then we have no right to claim that we are a government based on the will of the people. But I'm proud to give feedback on all these 13 problems that characterizes Gauteng. On water, I want to start first by apologizing wholeheartedly to all those who, as we speak, struggle to access water in our province. This is completely unacceptable. We must intervene and intervene decisively and call for accountability for those that are failing us. We can't claim to be a smart province and we still subject our people to this Stone Age problem. But we don't want to lament, we want to act. The main reason why we have a problem of water is 2 of our crucial pumping stations that goes off often due to vandalism and power-related problems. Now, we have taken a decision that the power failures in this water pumping station will be taken over by Eskom immediately and City Power so that we don't have this problem in our province again. Through this intervention, together with the Minister of Water and Sanitation, Mepemi Majodin, we have taken this drastic decision to allow City Power to take over the supply of electricity at the Ekenhof pumping station, while Eskom will take over the Imfuleni pumping station with immediate effect. It is this power failures that has created problems in our province. Even though this is not our mandate as the provincial government, we have jointly established a war room with all the executive mayors so that we can be in a position to monitor the flow of water in our province and intervene where intervention is required. I want to take this opportunity to thank the Executive Mayor of Johannesburg for providing leadership during the difficult moment of water shortages in Johannesburg. Our water is now trickling back because of the intervention that we have made. As we move forward, we are preparing all municipalities to receive a large water supply from the Lesotho Highlands Water Project set for completion in 2028. It's within this context that I want to thank and appreciate the presence of the ambassador from Lesotho, who's here to confirm that the solution to our water problems are indeed near and they will be resolved. Problem number 2 is cable theft and vandalism. Madam Speaker, we have unleashed all secret weapons that we have at our disposal to track down those that are stealing our cables and those that are vandalizing our infrastructure. We are proud, jointly with our law enforcement agencies, the private security companies, and all security law firms that have worked with us, we have shut down 1,079 scrapyards for non-compliance, and we have also shut down 593 spare shops and 149 tire shops for operating illegally. In the process, we've jailed 716 owners and operators who were busy interfering with our cables. We have resolved to instill high-tech locks that will alert us instantly when the network is tampered with, and we have now established a 24-hour response team that will respond immediately when the technology is ignited to tell us who's tampering with our cables. Indeed, people of Gauteng, if you move around our city, you will see that street lights have been tampered with. You will see that our infrastructure has been tampered with. With this intervention, we are of the view that this problem will be resolved promptly. On problem number 3, non-functional traffic lights. We've identified 400 traffic lights that are not working in our province. We've already allocated enough budget so that the team can immediately rectify this solution. We have set aside a budget and a team to replace these traffic lights, and we welcome the intervention and the support that we've received from the private sector that have adopted various traffic lights in our province. We will unleash another intelligent system that will be tamper-proof, that will immediately alert us if somebody is tampering with our traffic lights. But I want to make this plea to all those that are drinking expensive water over the weekends and month end. Please, after drinking your expensive water, ensure that your cars don't fall in love with our traffic light and go on a deep kiss to temper the traffic lights in our province. Gauteng problem number 4, potholes. Transport is the lifeblood of our economy, carrying the hopes and the dreams of millions who travel our roads. Indeed, we want to take note of this kind of situation and the problem that we have. The conditions of our roads are indeed not pleasing. And I want to thank the municipalities that have started to rectify this particular problem. But from the Gauteng provincial government point of view, from next month, the 1st of March, we are resurfacing and upgrading the following roads so that we can take and remove all potholes in these roads. Golden Highway, Malibongwe Drive, Gatsfontein Road. In Tshwane, we are resurfacing Bronkhorstspruit Road, D1814. For the next 2 years, we are going to target major intersections so that the problems of potholes in our province can be resolved. We are proud that we finalized the Allenden Road in Midrand, and we are busy with K101 Olifantsfontein Road in Midrand, and we will be in a position to ensure that all our major roads are ready to welcome our guests for the G20. The Gauteng provincial government, working with municipalities, is committed to addressing potholes on our roads. We are now establishing a 72-hour pothole repair line, which will work with local government to ensure that all potholes that have been reported through this particular line can be repaired within 72 hours. With the help of CSIR, we have now mapped and identified all potholes in our province. Work has already started with the fixing of these potholes, beginning with our provincial roads so that we can attend to these matters. We are proud that our intervention is not by word, but by deed. Last year alone, we identified 40 west roads in Sidibeng, the Vaal. I'm proud to report back to the people of Vaal, all those 40 west roads are now back, including the famous road, Serope Seabenya. Today, Serope indeed Seabenya, and it's working. Gauteng problem number 5. Gauteng problem number 5, it's crime and lawlessness. We have said this before, and we are saying this again. Fighting crime in our province is an apex priority for the provincial government. Together with the private sector, we are proud to report to you we have identified a new mechanism that has identified 442 kingpins as the people that are causing crime in our province. Together with the private sector, the police, and other intelligence network, we've unleashed a surveillance capability amongst the 442 people so that we can monitor their movement, we can monitor where they stay, we can even monitor the acts that they want to commit, especially the following acts: cash in transit, kidnappings, hijackings, rented murder, ATM bombings, blue light gangs, and business robberies. We are proud, using this signal and surveillance on 442 crime kingpins in Gauteng, together with the police, we've arrested 50 of them, and within the next 6 months, we are on the tracks of the remaining numbers. We really believe this is a groundbreaking exercise of looking at those that are causing crime in our province. The 442 people, these are the people that are planning crime. These are the people that are killing people. These are the people that are hijacking cars and committing horrendous acts in our province. We now monitor them on a 24-hour basis, and we are proud and we want to congratulate the SABC. Last night, an alleged mastermind linked to a murder of a certain businessman was about to flee the country to Ethiopia. While he was at the airport, he was arrested. As I'm speaking to you, he is now in jail because of this intervention that we've made. What is notable about this case is that the 3 suspects that killed the top businessmen, were captured through our CCTV footage. And now we are quite convinced that indeed our CCTV footage are now working. Ladies and gentlemen, people of Gauteng, we can continue to monitor crime using old method. This new method of surveillance is a new method that will assist us to identify those that are planning crime in our province. And I want to take this opportunity to thank the private sector, which is investing 2.5 million per month on the surveillance system. And I want to also thank the South African police, who are investing human capacity to monitor these kingpins and to ensure that we hit them before they start their criminal activities. The net is gradually closing on all these criminals. When the music changes, so does the dance. And I want to thank our provincial commissioner for this new approach and the investment. Madam Speaker, our efforts of appointing wardens, establishing an air wing with 3 helicopters, introducing panic buttons, and painting our province with thousands and thousands of CCTV cameras have already started to yield results. The latest crime statistics released by the Minister of Police a few days ago indicate a decline in major crimes in our province, even though the numbers are still high. But the mere fact that there is a decline on major crimes is an affirmation that our investment is indeed yielding the necessary results. Once more, I want to thank our provincial commissioner and his team for always working with us. Madam Speaker, we have taken this decision, and I want to thank all the executive mayors that are here, the speakers, and the MMCs of all municipalities for signing this groundbreaking agreement. What we have done now, we have taken all the municipalities, law enforcement agencies, we have combined them to be under the command of the SABC, and they can be deployed to any municipality without worrying about boundaries. This decision, it means if there is a major crime in the West Rand, we'll take the law enforcement agency of the municipality of Tshwane, the law enforcement agencies of the municipality of Midvaal, the law enforcement agencies of Ekurhuleni, and take them to West Rand where crime is and flush out criminals without worrying about the boundaries of municipalities. I want to thank all the municipalities that have signed this agreement, and I also want to thank the private sector that have also signed this agreement, and thank the MEC for COCTA for facilitating and managing this process. Good people and people of Gauteng, what it means now, if we want to flush people in the CBD of Johannesburg, we'll pull all these law enforcement agencies and go there and do the task on behalf of our people. We will also continue to unleash our air wing, which was boosted with another helicopter. Day by day, the air wing team helps our ground forces to foil any attempted criminal activities. On the 23rd of November 2024, this team intercepted a gang that specializes in hijacking and taking the following high-value motor vehicles: Toyota Hilux, Toyota Fortuner, Land Cruisers, Prado, and Ford Rangers. We set a team using the air wing, and this gang was intercepted in Krugersdorp. As I speak with you, some are with their ancestors upstairs, while majority are inside the prison. We have broken the backbone of this syndicate, and once more, I want to thank our law enforcement agencies. Further investigation of this gang revealed that the suspect owned sophisticated electronic devices utilized to commit the theft of motor vehicles, and the culprits were finally nailed, and we are proud that will also go for others. Since the inception of our air wing, we've undertaken 292 operations, and we've also recorded a success of 648 arrests, and we are proud that we've broken 34 crimes, including cash heists that were foiled using our helicopters. Our sincere appreciation once more to our Provincial Commissioner and his team. Provincial Commissioner, Oposo wena, thank you so much. Provincial Commissioner, I'm not going to urge you to look east in KZN on how best to execute your mandate within the law. Madam Speaker, it was in this House last year where we committed to establish a provincial integrated command center so that all our CCTV cameras can be monitored, so that anything that is happening in our province, we can see it before it happens, and we can unleash our law enforcement agencies to assist us. I'm proud to report back to the people of Gauteng, our provincial integrated command center is open and running, and it's monitoring more than 6,000 CCTV cameras. And for the very, very first time, we have deployed over 580 new cameras in our townships, where our townships can be monitored so that we can stop crime. We are indeed proud of this intervention. We are also upskilling those that are looking at these cameras, and I want to take this opportunity to thank Sandral, which has now handed over the monitoring of all freeway cameras so that they can be part of this observation. People of Gauteng, we are now looking across the CCTV cameras of those that want to commit crime or those that have committed crime, and we are stopping them on their tracks. Through these CCTV cameras, we foiled not less than 943 activities in our province. Problem number 6, mushrooming of informal settlement in our province. Madam Speaker, there is no city in our province that is spared of the invasion and erecting of informal settlements. In Midrand, in the CBD, people have taken over. In 4 ways, that's the same. In many of our cities, it's now a free for all for people that think that they can erect shacks and nothing happens to them. We want to indicate the more informal settlements we have, the more the economy will not perform. And therefore, we have to intervene and intervene fast. We have now established a special anti-land invasion that is meant by law enforcement agencies and the private sector. And I'm proud to report back, since the establishment of this anti-land invasion, we have demolished 6,600 new shacks, and we are monitoring the Mkuku mafias, and we have developed a technology that will immediately alert us when a new settlement is established. We don't want people to invade land and take land. With the solid tool that we have established, we have claimed back 198 new invasions, and we have also stopped those that wanted to invade our government land or invade our servitude and also invade our road reserves. Madam Speaker, 8,000 hectares of state land have been lost and be taken by these people that are invading land. With this new unit, we are claiming back that 8,000 hectares back to government so that we can build proper houses. Madam Speaker, to accommodate those that genuinely need houses, we are partnering with the City of Johannesburg, and thank you so much, Executive Mayor Dada. We are launching a new mega city called Grand Central Mixed Housing, which will build 81,000 houses, and it will benefit the people of Tembisa, the people of Ivory Park, Alexander, and Oliphant. This is the first housing project that touches at the boundaries of 3 municipalities, Ekurhuleni, Tshwane, and Johannesburg. 101,000 beneficiaries have already been identified and approved, and construction will resume immediately. Madam Speaker, this new form of housing excites me. The Ikageling land release is a program that I believe, if we invest in it, will be in a position to resolve our housing challenges. This Ikageling project means those that are security guards, those that are petrol attendants, those that are clerks, those that are tellers in our shops who can afford to be given RDP houses, and they also can afford to have a bond house. We have an answer as the Gauteng provincial government. We have bought lots of land. We have installed water. We have installed electricity and sewer. We have built roads in this empty land, and we are ready to hand it over to all of you, and then you can build the house according to your pocket in this particular area. We are indeed proud, and we are releasing 650 service sites in the Rand West municipality, and this Rand West municipality service was concluded and completed in November 2024. We are now ready to give our people land, and we are ready to give people to build their own houses according to their pockets. In 2024, we committed to upgrade the living condition of people of Makaus. And I want to thank the Executive Mayor of Ekurhuleni. We have now identified Germiston Extension 47 and Germiston Extension 48 to create 4,800 housing opportunities for the people of Makausi in Germiston. This is another indication that the commitment that we make is the commitment that we execute. And I want to thank the people and also the municipality of Ekurhuleni under the leadership of His Highness Councillor Gagas. Babhlamin, this one is for you. We have conducted now a full assessment of hostels owned by municipalities and the 6 that are owned by our province. We are of the view these hostels are no longer single-sex hostels. They are families that are sitting in these hostels and staying in these hostels. We need to change our approach on how we treat these hostels. We are now proud that work is underway in the following municipal hostels: Situga Hostels, Mamelodi Hostel, Ratanda Hostel, and Kagiso, working together with our municipalities, together with the grants that they are receiving from national government. We are going to convert these hostels to look like what they are, family units with family members in their areas. And for this, I want to thank Izindona and those that have been working with us on this matter. But we'll continue to do maintenance and upgrades of these hostels. And we are proud, Member Dlamini, for the first time in the history of hostels, all the 6 hostels have now been given free Wi-Fi. They can WhatsApp their relatives in any part of the province without buying airtime. We are also proud that 6 hostels have now been installed with CCTV cameras so that we can monitor who enters these hostels and who leave these hostels. Gauteng problem number 7, electricity. We made a commitment here in 2024. Our commitment in our last SOPA was clear: expand generation, drive renewable energy solutions, electrify underserviced communities, protect critical infrastructure. I'm proud we can report back to you that we have invested 1.2 billion rand in energy infrastructure, directly impacting over 43,000 households and reducing the burden of load shedding in our province. We are the only province that does not have a mandate on electricity, but that has invested 1.2 billion rands in energy. We are now in a hunt to get 3,000 megawatts to protect the Gauteng energy grid so that we can minimize load shedding and deal with the work of energy. I'm proud, Madam Speaker, to announce to you what we have achieved thus far from the investment on electricity in Gauteng. 1, our energy partnership with City Power through Kelvin Power Station is now yielding an additional 180 megawatt to the city of Johannesburg. The intention is to expand this facility to give us 600 megawatts by the end of this term. This expansion will be driven by transition to gas power, supporting our goals of environmentally friendly and reliable energy solutions. We have now signed and sealed 800 megawatts in terms of solar power in Mirafong with 3 independent power producers. This project will resume immediately so that it can give us 800 megawatts. We have just concluded a waste-to-energy project signed by all our major metros that is going to give us 212 megawatts, with Tshwane contributing 112 megawatts, the city of Johannesburg contributing 35 megawatts, and Ekurhuleni contributing 65 megawatts. 4, we have now finally revitalized all closed power stations. Starting with 2 Johannesburg power stations, they are now ready to give us 200 megawatts. We are in discussions after the departure of the previous government that was refusing to work with us in Tshwane. The now Tshwane municipality is willing to enter into discussions with us so that all their closed power stations can be refurbished and be brought back to the grid. And I want to thank our BRICS partners, they are here. They've invested on a new solar farm on the R80 highway to Soshanguve. This R80 solar farm, when completed, is going to give us 100 megawatts in terms of solar to assist people of Soshanguve and surrounding areas. And to our BRICS partners that are here, thank you so much for your investment. They're here. Thank you so much for your investment in bringing electricity to our people. After investing 1 megawatt microgrid in Amarasta, Alexander Township, we intend to invest in this form of energy in Everton, also to invest in communities that don't have electricity as we speak. Madam Speaker, together with ESCOM and City Power, we have replaced 643 transformers that were not working in our townships and municipalities. We want to continue to change these transformers before winter hit so that there is no community that is in darkness because their transformers have broken. We are prepared to invest again in this program. What it means, Madam Speaker, and Honorable Msimang. Of the 3,000 megawatts that we are hunting for in Gauteng, we almost have 2,000 megawatts, and we are ready for this project to resume so that the energy integrity of our province can be protected. I want to thank all the private investors, the municipalities, as well as companies that are willing to work with us to get additional energy for Gauteng. But most importantly, I want to thank the Minister of Electricity and the entire ESCOM team in their efforts to stabilize our national grid and ensure uninterrupted supply, giving Gauteng a much-needed economic boost. Minister, we know we've got 3 outstanding energy projects that we want to conclude with you as speedily as possible so that we can benefit the people of Winterveld and surrounding areas with energy. Working with ESCOM, we've already electrified 39,000 homes in Everton, and this will bring light and dignity to the families that have been waiting for this intervention for too long. Madam Speaker, we have been approached, and I want to thank the leader of Freedom Front. We have been approached by a major investor who is exploring the possibilities of rolling out small modular reactor nuclear plants, a major breakthrough in our fight against load shedding. This advanced nuclear technology will be deployed across communities, ensuring clean, stable, and uninterrupted power for our homes. We are interested in bringing these investors in our province, and I want to thank Member Albert for these referrals. Member Albert, thank you so much. We truly appreciate it. The next Gauteng problem, number 8, is gender-based violence and femicides. Ladies and gentlemen, let's all accept that majority of our people in our province hate our women and our children. Let's all accept that the abuse of alcohol and the easy availability of firearms and also the easy granting of bail and the non-adherence to protection orders is exposing our women and our children. We want to join the fight as this government to end the killing of our women and our children. It pains me, and it still pains me, that months after a 5-year-old daughter in Tuduza, Niger, who was killed and raped and dumped by people that were still hunting, and that this particular horrendous act still has not yielded the necessary message that we need to our men to stop killing our children. Not far from where we are, a teenager was not only ambushed and killed, she was also set alight and burned in front of a family home. This is not an act that we can praise or defend. We need everything that we have as government and society to stop GBVF in our communities. We have unleashed a new team of 1,400 young people that are willing to assist us. We have already identified 14,000 GBF victims who have given support in terms of court appearances, in terms of preparing them to prepare their evidence and affidavits, and also to give them the necessary support during their court appearances. To this end, we have partnered with the University of Wits, University of Johannesburg, Northwest University Vaal Campus, Vaal University Technology, Tshwane University of Technology, Tshwane North College, University of Pretoria, and Rosebank College to advance the fight against GBVF. We can't be defeated. Even animals protect their own children. We can't be animals to our women and to our children. Maipele, a hatred of our children and our women. Our next problem, which is problem number 9, is drug abuse. Residents of Gauteng, we have a serious drug problem in our province. This is evident by the number of people who continue to reach out to us for support through our dedicated hotline. To date, 33,000 young people have called and requested this government for help, claiming that their lives will come to an end if we don't assist them. This is a battle we refuse to lose. Through our substance abuse harm reduction strategy, we are tackling drug abuse head-on. We have taken these 33,000 young people, as we committed in our first State of the Nation address, that will take them to a rehabilitation center and give them the necessary support that they need. We are refurbishing the Dr. F&F facility and repurposing Mabuto Tlhachwayo Youth Center as an additional state-owned substance abuse facility to increase the capacity for rehabilitation and to also identify young people that need help. People of Gauteng, Nyaupe, Taha, and alcohol is taking over the lives of our young people. We can't fold our arms and watch. We need to give them the necessary support that they need. We have now established a program that we call Masupatsela, which will be meant by 30,000 young people who will unleash to go to these communities to identify young people that need help so that we can assist and provide them with the necessary assistance. There is no way we can watch our young people going through these difficulties. I want to thank the following centers that have started to work with us: Pelimbe, Ikusasa Letu, and also the Alrod Center that is providing the necessary support to young people that are going through the problems of drugs. MEC Nkomo, Ralihoko, we also want to thank your hospitals for providing the necessary support to our children. The 10th problem that we have in Gauteng is the services that are rendered in our hospitals and clinics. We now have a team that have turned around the situation. Led by our MEC, we have now concluded the refurbishment of ICU wards at Chris Hani Baragwanath Hospital, Dr. George Mukari Academic Hospital, and Jubilee District Hospitals. Also, at Chris Hani Baragwanath Hospital, we have now opened the only Benz unit called Roy McPain, which is going to be the first unit to assist us in dealing with all beds in our province. But the problem is inside the hospitals. It's the maintenance of hospitals and also the urgent need to provide the necessary support. In this regard, we've unleashed immediate maintenance program at Tembisa Provincial Tertiary Hospital, Jubilee District Hospital, and Leratong, together with Kopanong District Hospital, with special attention being paid to the accident and emergency departments, together with the casualty departments. We want to minimize queues in our hospitals. To improve this, we've now changed all paper-based forms and files in our hospitals to be digitalized so that we can move with speed to ensure that one file, one patient, and no one can use different names at different hospitals to take our medication. To eliminate queues in our facilities, we are also introducing a new queue management project that is going to be implemented at Rahima Musa Mother and Child Hospital. This system will ensure that people don't wait in our queues for too long. And we are also intending to roll it out at Charlotte Maxeke, Johannesburg. Using technology, we are proud, and thank you so much, MEC. We are the only province that is digitalizing the bodies of those that have died. In previous times, many people will lose their family members and not be sure whether they've died or not. And they have to go to our mortuaries to look and hunt for family members. What we have done now, everybody, every dead person that is picked up, we take their fingerprints and identify who they are through the Home Affairs system, and we notify their families before their families can start to look for them. We have now partnered with our neighboring countries, and our neighboring countries have given us access to their database so that even those that are not South Africans, we can be in a position to notify their family members. In managing the long queues in our hospitals, we have now established an Uber-like chronic medicine dispense and distribution program. People don't have to come to our hospital to collect their medicine. We take the medicine to them. And thus far, we have 1.5 million people. We have 1.5 million people that are registered on the system, and we hand over medication next to where they stay. They just walk there and pick up their medication rather than visiting our hospitals. And we are proud that on the HIV/AIDS International Day, activists requested government to give them ARVs of 6 months or more so that they don't have to come to our hospital every 3 months to collect their ARVs. As Gauteng, we can confirm we are ready to roll out this program and give activists 6 months of their ARVs so that they don't have to come to our offices as frequently as possible. This intervention has assisted us to reduce and to get support from the HIV/AIDS, the NGOs that are operating within this particular sector. Once more, MEC Nkomorale Hoko, thank you so much. As Gauteng, we have approved 11 new hospitals that are going to be built in various cities of our province during the partnership, through a partnership with private hospitals. We've also expanded 29 hospitals that are ready to have daycare centers so that they can increase the bed occupancy and also provide viability of health in our province. We are of the view it's very important that we work with the private sector to reduce the backlog of beds in our province. Problem number 11, lack of schools. I'm proud, Madam Speaker, to announce that National Treasury has given us an advance of 1.5 billion rands, and through our Treasury, we have matched this grant with an additional 1 billion rand, reaching an amount of 2.5 billion rands to eradicate and build 18 new schools in our province, in all our communities. Two of these new schools have already started ground and they've already taken occupation, and we want to thank the MEC responsible for education. This, Madam Speaker, this arrangement with National Treasury, it's a groundbreaking exercise, and it's funded by the National Treasury's budget facility for infrastructure, and is going to assist us to build new hospitals and new facilities in our province utilizing this facility. We are also excited that the building of these 18 new schools will eliminate the pressures that we have in our province. Madam Speaker, the next person does not only excite me, it's a demonstration. It's a demonstration that our investment in township education is starting to yield dividends. I'm proud to introduce to you, Madam Speaker, Musa Wenkosi Buthelezi from Zimiseni Secondary School in a township of Kwatema. Remain standing, Musa Wenkosi. I want to call to people of Kwatema, people of Spio, Habedi, Tornado, rest in peace. You have a gem in Musa Wenkosi Buthelezi. Musa Wenkosi is the best matric student in the entire Gauteng, including all the public schools and all independent schools. Madam Speaker, Musa Wenkosi come from a township school, and from that township school, in mathematics, out of 300 marks, he received 299 marks. Listen to this. Out of 1,800 marks that was supposed to achieve, out of 1,800 marks, he got 1,720 marks. Musa Wenkosi has received a bursary from our government and also received a bursary from various private companies that has showered him with praise. And I want to say to people of Kwatema, treat this young man with care. He's the future of our country. Thank you so much, Musa Wenkosi. Musa Wenkosi, I want to thank your parents for understanding you, because you said when I had a session with you, your family that stays in an RDP house, understanding that you need to study, they will go to bed early so that they give you space to study. And we want to thank your parents for that. As I said, Madam Speaker, our investment in township education is yielding the necessary results. Here is a school called Lufureng Secondary School. This school is based in Soweto. It has given us 100% matric pass, but above that, they've given us 97% bachelor passes from the 100%. Another special guest is Mesibonweng Mphahlele, who is the principal of this school. Principal Realeboha, thank you so much. This is a demonstration that you don't have to wake up early in the morning to look for quality education in suburbs. Quality education is developing in our own township, and we need to invest in this. Madam Speaker, I want to introduce you to another gem. His name is Mr. Alexander Ramohwas. He's the District Director of Johannesburg West. This is the best district in the country. They've given us 97% matric pass and 147 schools achieving 100% passes, and majority of these schools, guess what? They're in the township. I'm not sure if Ntate Mukhwasi is here. Is there the back there? Thank you so much, Ntate Mukhwasi. Thank you so much. I told you, you may take this lightly, But I want to paint this picture. This is a district that was underperforming. This is a district that was producing more failure than any other district. This gentleman was appointed 2 years ago. Within that 2 years, he has changed this district, being a failure district, to be the best district not only in Gauteng, but to be the best district in the country. And MEC Chulwane, I also want to thank you that all our districts in Gauteng, there is no district that is performing. There is no district that is performing under 80%, meaning in all our schools in Gauteng, out of 10 children, 8 proceed to pass. And we are proud that Gauteng alone has contributed 66,000 bachelor passes to the country, meaning as Gauteng alone, we can fill all first-year opportunities available in all universities in Gauteng. And this is indeed a major achievement. We are doing everything possible to fulfill our commitment to prepare Gauteng youth to lead and excel. I'm proud to introduce to you again my special guest, Michael Shabi, a 20-year-old Katlehong student who matriculated at Katlehong School of Specialization in 2022. She is now pursuing a degree in artificial intelligence technology. She has been headhunted by International University in Taiwan, and she's studying in Taiwan out of our contribution from our School of Specialization. Mbali Nkonyani is a graduate from KT Sinkondo School of Specialization. He has concluded his matric at KT Sinkondo School of Specialization. As I'm speaking to you, Big Four accounting firms are chasing her, and they've given an opportunity as a trainee accountant so that he can be the best accountant in our country. And guess what? He comes from the township. As I conclude on education, Madam Speaker, I want to welcome and thank our President for signing the Bella Act. And I also want to congratulate the Minister of Basic Education for agreeing to implement Bella Act. This act is nothing else but an opportunity to open the doors of learning and culture for all. We are proud and ready as the Gauteng government to be the first province to implement Bella and to resource Bella so that our children, regardless of where they were born, they can be in the same classroom and be taught by the same teacher and also learn in their own language, in the same school with other people without being chased away that they are speaking a foreign language in their own country. We are proud that as the Gauteng provincial government, we championed the cause of Bella, and we are ready to ensure that is implemented. To demonstrate our readiness to implement Bella, we've trained 3,003 grade R practitioners. They are no longer going to grade R or teachers from crèche. We've converted them to be post-level 1 educator post so that they can teach our children and provide quality. Of the 3,000 grade R practitioners, 1,176 have obtained Bachelor of Education degrees, and 1,927 they've got diploma in grade R, meaning when Bella starts in Gauteng, our teacher will be ready to teach our grade R learners. Madam Speaker, this one also excites me. Gone are the days that our education system must only have a matric certificate as a certificate. If you fail to reach matric, you don't have a certificate and you can't prove that you've studied in our schools. We've introduced a multi-certification skills program that will see all our grade 11 learners, when they finish grade 11, they will have a K53 driver's license, and when they finish grade 8 and others when they finish grade 11, they will have a full certificate in artificial intelligence or repairing or fixing of lift or elevators, and will also ensure we give them all the necessary skill, which simply means a learner will have a certificate in each and every grade, even before they reach grade 12, so that they can be capable to fix televisions, they can be capable to fix cell phones, they can be capable to fix air conditions, they can be capable to build their own skills on their own. And we are proud that we are leading this process. Problem number 12, failing infrastructure. In many parts of our province, the lack of bulk infrastructure has affected economic development. It has stalled development, leaving promising projects unrealized and communities underserved. We are changing this. We have moved the Gauteng Infrastructure Financing Agency from Treasury to the Department of Infrastructure. And I'm glad that the President has signed a gazette to move GIFA from infrastructure so that in partnership with our municipalities, we can tackle the critical need for bulk infrastructure. There are many projects that want to start in our province. The problem is that bulk infrastructure is not ready. Now with GIFA, we'll be in a position to unlock bulk infrastructure and build new malls, new housings, and new factories that need to open in our province. This is a major breakthrough in our arrangement. In this regard, Gauteng Infrastructure Financing Agency has been given this huge task to change the bulk infrastructure and repair aging infrastructure in our province. Madam Speaker, last year in the state of the province, I made a huge commitment that we want to change the CBD of Johannesburg to be a better CBD and to reclaim it back from those that have taken it over. Our message didn't fall on deaf ears. We were immediately approached by an investor from our BRICS companies. And I'm proud to announce to you a new mall with 2,400 squares of retail stores. That will be the biggest mall in our country. It's now been built in Langlaagte as part of the rehabilitation of the Johannesburg CBD. From May, June this year, this mall will be opened, bringing fresh life to the CBD of Johannesburg. We want to thank the investor for agreeing to build this mall here. We also want to urge the municipality of Johannesburg to approve all the plans that are with them so that they can be in a position to ensure that this particular mall operates. We are implementing revitalization plans across the 10 pilot CBDs in Johannesburg, and I'm happy to report that we are making important strides in mobilizing communities behind the campaign to reclaim and revitalize our CBDs. In Johannesburg, we have consulted with a broad array of stakeholders from civil society, property developers, property owners, as well as the city of Johannesburg. We promise the people of our province that we are going to clean up CBDs and restore our cities and towns to their former glory. We are proud to report that the city of Johannesburg has already secured over 10 of hijacked buildings, and that 2 of those particular buildings are back in the hands of the city. We've also obtained eight court orders so that we can be in a position to reclaim these buildings. I want to take this opportunity to thank you, the Executive Mayor, with this program. We can't allow people to hijack buildings. We must bring back those buildings in Johannesburg. What is the plan of change in Johannesburg? At the core of the renewal of Johannesburg is the Park Station Precinct transit-orientated development, which is integrating 4 major taxi ranks to enhance mobility and stimulate economic activity. With the backing of PRASA, Intersight, Transnet, the City of Johannesburg, CSIR, and Josie My Josie, this project will create jobs, modernize transport, and drive commercial expansion in our CBD. The Gauteng provincial government is leading by example through our government precinct development, ensuring that all government offices remained anchored in the CBD of Johannesburg. A safer, cleaner CBD will attract investment and boost small businesses. The return of major companies to our CBD, it's something that we need to appreciate. I want to take this opportunity to thank Transnet that is bringing back 2,000 of their employees to the Carlton Center and 96 Risick Street, which will reignite retail, services, and local commerce. I also want to thank ShopRite Checkers and many companies that are reopening their stores in the middle of our CBDs. The rise of the Johannesburg CBD will be nothing without the beauty of art and culture. For this reason, Johannesburg CBD has seen the unveiling of a new, better and bolder concert venue capable of hosting international stars right at the doorstep of FNB. We want to thank Stadium Management and their partners for building and opening a state-of-the-art dome at the FNB Stadium that can house 6,000 music lovers when they have an international concert. This is how we are rebuilding Johannesburg, and we are proud of this cultural rebirth of Johannesburg. Our last problem, which is G19, is unemployment. This is our biggest challenge. Madam Speaker, in tackling unemployment, we are not here to make promises, but to report and confirm of the substantive employment commitments that we have signed and sealed. Get this, Madam Speaker. We are not here to make promises, but we are here to report and confirm substantive employment commitments that we have signed and sealed. Under both public and private employment initiatives, we can confirm, Madam Speaker, this year alone, we will make available 271,000 new permanent jobs and 561,000 employment opportunities in our province. This is the breakdown of this job. Where we are now at the Tshwane Automobile Special Economic Zone, phase 2 of this place will see an investment of 6.1 billion, and in the process, it will create 6,150 post-construction jobs. And this construction is starting next month. Thanks to Ford for the investment and agreeing. The second area where we are going to unleash 7,000 construction jobs is the public sector infrastructure project, which we will unveil. It will cost 220 billion. It's an infrastructure pipeline that will create 34,000 construction jobs and 17,000 post-construction jobs as we unleash public infrastructure in our province to repair and build new infrastructure so that Gauteng can be a better place to invest. The next expansion, and thanks to Lanseria International Airport, Lanseria International Airport will expand its terminals with an investment of 3 billion, with 3,000 new jobs for the people of Deep Slot and surrounding areas. The next job creation center that we have signed and sealed is Mechering Smart City project that has attracted an investment of 20 billion, thus creating 20,000 new jobs for the people of Bretts, Machalis, and surrounding areas. The next job creation that we have signed and sealed is the 28 billion for the Val Aerotropolis. It's an investment that will create 6,000 new jobs for the people of Everton, Sebokeng, and Sharpeville. During the expansion of Gauteng, we will create 125,000 jobs as the Gauteng provincial government, thus eliminating unemployment in our young people. Lastly, the tourism and hospitality sector is set to support us with 60,000 new jobs, providing opportunities for our people, especially youth and small business, to participate meaningfully in this thriving industry. And we have included the G20 in these figures. So, Member Msimang, these are not jobs that we think we are still going to create. As the Gauteng government alone, we have now put investment, we've signed documents, and when construction starts, over 1 million new jobs will be created in our province. And we want to thank our partners for agreeing to sign these agreements. Madam Speaker, the National Department has given us stipends that will allow us to recruit 469,000 young people who are unemployed across our province. This is a program where we ask the young people to go to our schools for 2 days to register their details so that we can create skills for them. We are now proud that 469,000 of these jobs will be available to them. But also, through the Department of Higher Education and Training, we are investing 1.3 billion rands to recruit young people that are not in employment, young people that are not in education, young people that are not training, young people that are sitting at home in our townships. We are looking for 40,000 of you, and we have a stipend that has been given to us by the Department of Higher Education for skills training. Through the Labour Activation Program, in partnership with the Department of Labour, Gauteng has been allocated 20,000 new stipends to recruit young people that are staying at home, that wants to follow the skills in trade, but most importantly, also open their own businesses. I also want to thank our President. He has given us 32,000 teacher assistant posts be advertised from May this year, thus giving 32,000 young people that want to be future teachers to get experimental job in all our schools in Gauteng. If you add all these numbers, it means we have almost 500,000 new jobs for our young people. Madam Speaker, at the end of 2024, Q4, Member Msimang, Gauteng economy continued to demonstrate resilience, significantly outperforming the national average despite a fragile economic environment. While national growth remained sluggish, Gauteng maintained a robust expansion, achieving a 2.4% growth post-COVID, twice the national average, and also contributing over half of the South African's GDP. Over the past year, Gauteng GDP grew by 1.2% compared to the national rate of 0.4%, reinforcing our role as an economic driver. This consistent This consistent outperformance highlights the Gauteng economic importance and resilience among broader national challenges. Member Msimang, from these details, we can confirm that Gauteng economy is double the economy of Western Cape and economy of KZN combined. It is within this context, Madam Speaker, that President Ramaphosa convened an investment conference in Gauteng. In this investment conference, Gauteng secured 180 billion in investment commitments, 164 billion that were pledged during that period. To sustain these ongoing efforts to make Gauteng an attractive investment, we will, on the 3rd and the 4th of April, convene an Invest in Gauteng conference so that we can be in a position to have a launch pad to secure 800 billion in new investment pledges for the next 3 years. I want to take this opportunity to thank MEC Maile for coordinating this conference, and already we are inundated with company institutions that wants to pledge their investment in this province. So any other view that investment are getting out of our province, that investment are not seeing Gauteng as an attractive investment area, these figures prove them wrong. It's quite clear that we need to work together to ensure that our province can attract this investment. So from this investment conference, we envisage pledges of over 300 billion from the private sector alone by the end of April 2025. We are not stopping here. The public sector investment will see at least an investment of 220 billion rands. These investments are investments that will create jobs, are investments that will ensure that Gauteng becomes the province that we want. Madam Speaker, this next one also excites me. This is directed to small businesses in Gauteng. If you can produce nuts, if you can produce rooibos tea, biltong, honey, moringa, and wine, we've signed a groundbreaking agreement with the province of Hunan province in China. They are looking for nuts, they are looking for rooibos tea, they are looking for biltong, and they've come to Gauteng to say, give us companies that are producing all these things. We will open our markets of 66 million people across 13 cities in Hunan, and all these people, when they bring their products, there will be no restrictions of the number of products that they are bringing in this province. It's now my honor and privilege to have the Chinese Consul General, Mr. Pon Quinjiang, who is present in this state of the province. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. General, I want to thank you. Maybe you are not aware, this is a major breakthrough for us. This province, it has a population of more than 66 million people. They are looking for our products, and they are saying they are not going to have restrictions to have these products in our province. Madam Speaker, it is regrettable that one of the major investors in the steel sector, ArcelorMittal, have made a difficult decision to close one of their plants in the City Bay. This departure, we must be honest, it will have an adverse impact on the livelihood of the communities in City Bay. However, once more, we are proud to announce that after an engagement with one of our BRICS partners, we have now received a firm commitment that a new steel firm will soon be established in Ekurhuleni to accommodate the departure of ArcelorMittal. This steel firm has already invested 2.5 billion rands, and it's waiting for connectivity from Eskom so that it can start functioning as soon as possible, thus saving more than hundreds of jobs for people that would have lost their jobs in the steel industry. We are calling upon the municipalities and our agencies to conclude all outstanding administrative paperwork so that they can officially open this new steel firm. Madam Speaker, this steel firm has been built. This steel firm is ready. This steel firm has engineers, and this steel firm, when operational, it will be in a position to give jobs to our people. It's not something that is still going to be built. It is there, and we want to thank our BRICS partner for this investment. There's another economy that we are taking in Gauteng. This is an exciting economy that makes us proud. And I want to thank MEC Ramokgopa for working very hard in this sector. Gauteng reaffirms its role as a key player in the agricultural value chain, with agro-processing contributing significantly to our provincial economy. In 2023 alone, the food and beverage manufacturing sector generated 780 billion in revenue. Employment in this sector saw an increase in 2024 with over 10,000 new jobs. We are taking advantage of this strong performance in this particular sector, and Gauteng remains a strong player in this sector, especially within the meat product export, which has now reached 4 billion rands over the past year. We want to further support this sector by providing technical and financial support to 40 SMMEs in the agro-processing enterprise by the end of this term. We have already secured 100 million in infrastructure investment for agro-logistics, including the pack houses, cold storage facility, and transport infrastructure. So to date, we have handed over 21 refrigerated trucks that has been provided to farmers and agro-processors. This is the new economy, and we want to be part of this economy as the Gauteng government. We want to work through Rand West Agri Park, fresh produce market, and also create 3,000 tons of smallholder farm producers so that they can be in a position to participate in this economy. Once more, we have now revitalized our relationship with the South African Poultry Association, and to date, we are ready to establish a firm or relationship that will produce 30 million eggs in Gauteng by 2029. And I want once more to thank you, MEC Ramokgopa, for all these arrangements. In the last days, we have been attacked by some members of this particular house that we are opening markets for township businesses have not yielded the necessary dividends. We want to give this report. Through our enterprise and supplier development roadshows, we have now identified 30 local products, from detergents to beauty products and food, that have now passed product testing and are now being sourced by the following major retailers. What we have done here, Madam Speaker, we have identified 30 local products that we really believe can assist our small businesses when invested in their training. As I'm speaking to you now, the following major retailers are looking for products. That's Pick n Pay, Builders Warehouse, and Massmart. That's paving the way of major breakthrough for these entrepreneurs. We are also proud that our township bakeries are now booming. Our township bakery business in El Rado Park Tukomsres, and Westbury, has been equipped with skills to standardize and improve bread quality. To date, they are now producing 22,000 loaves per day to serve our communities and also to sell this product to local business people. This will strengthen our local businesses and ensure that South Africans' products are available within our span. We are doubling our effort on reindustrialization, and 50 businesses in the chemical sector will now produce product that will be supported by us at a higher scale, and we are ready to ensure that they compete in this market. Arishumeng, let's get back to work. Fighting unemployment means everything for us, but we can't fight unemployment if we don't have the necessary skills. We have trained young people in K53 so that they can obtain their motorbike licenses and driver's licenses. We are now concluding a new venture creation skills program that will give young people essential training skills. With this program, all those people that are not trained, or all those new people that have not been trained, will not be in a position to complete this training. But we need all of them to come back to conclude this training program so that they can be in a position to be assisted by our government. Good people, we don't want any person that is unemployed in Gauteng to say, I don't know where to go. We are creating all these opportunities for them so that we can provide them with the necessary support and guidance. Our next biggest economy is tourism. Gauteng continues to be a leading tourist destination in South Africa. In 2024, we welcomed an impressive 3.8 million international tourists in our province, making up 42% of all the country's total arrivals. We might not have an ocean, we might also not have all these nice things that other provinces have, but Gauteng remains the area that opens for tourist attraction in our province. Foreign tourist expenditure in Gauteng also reached a remarkable 41.3 billion, the highest of all provinces, thus giving us an opportunity to contribute to the national economy. MEC Maile, this economy that is meant to assist us in terms of tourism must be nurtured and be supported. But we are not going to attract these tourists if crime is still at the level that it is, but also if the infrastructure is not at the level in which we want. So over the next 5 years, we anticipate 180 billion revenue injection into Gauteng economy through tourism, of which 200 million will be injected in small businesses across the supply chain and management. Madam Speaker, we are expanding Gautrain. The Gautrain expansion will be a gateway opportunity, creating more than 125 construction jobs while igniting the growth property, the retail property, and the logistics along its path. Gauteng government will invest 120 billion in the expansion of Gautrain to the following new areas: Soweto via 4 ways, Mamelodi, where we are, Atteridgeville, Lanseria, and Springs. Madam Speaker, the Gauteng-Limpopo Speed Train project is gaining momentum. This speed train will assist those that come from Limpopo to reach their families within 67 minutes from Johannesburg to Limpopo. So, Madam Speaker, the Gauteng-Limpopo Rail Link project is gaining momentum. Following the announcement last year, it has been agreed that given the magnitude of this project, it will be executed in multiple phases. The integrated concept document, endorsed both by the Gauteng government and Limpopo Premier, has been approved and be ready for signing by both provinces in due course. We are now jointly ready to approach and consult the National Department of Transport and our Treasury so that we can conclude and start this project. We are also proud that we are moving forward with cementing our interprovincial trade partnership with the Free State, Northwest, and Limpopo provinces to transform Gauteng into the heartbeat of Southern economy. There is a freight data bank and warehouse management system that will make Gauteng the nerve center for logistics, ensuring that goods like people reach their destination faster and more efficiently. Madam Speaker, we are working with PRASA to recover the key railway nodes that were in Gauteng, and we are proud that literally all the major roads are now opened, that railway which moves our people will be in a position to, our people will be in a position to have affordable fares to use our railways. I want to thank the Minister for this task and appreciate that our request to open all the railway lines has been adhered to. Honorable members, we agree that the Gauteng environment is filthy. We must work hard to become the cleanest province. What we have done, we have started the process, and I want to thank MEC Peters. We have now reactivated the green scorpions, and 382 compliance inspectors have been unleashed across various sectors to ensure that people don't just dump and people don't leave their facilities dirty after events or after activities. We are also planting trees, and I want to thank those that have agreed to be part of this process, and thus far we are putting up a total of 91,222 trees across the province to ensure that each and every city has the beauty of these trees so that we can beautify our province. Our province needs to be clean, and we are proud of this investment. And thank you so much, MEC Peters. A functioning municipality, a functioning municipal government system is what we need in our province. And we are now proud government relation with our municipalities. The presence of all executive mayors today is a demonstration that the district model development is working. We are pleased, Madam Speaker, for the very, very first time, all executive mayors are now attending intergovernmental forums. We are budgeting from the same center. There is no municipality that wanted to be an island alone and not participating in the development of our municipalities. I also want to take this opportunity to congratulate Rand West Local Municipality for fulfilling their government debt program and ensuring that their debt is eradicated. I also want to thank the following municipalities for obtaining clean audit: Western District Municipality and the ever-shining Mid-Val Municipality for once more receiving their clean audits. But let's also appreciate the local municipalities of Mogale and Mirafo that saw an improvement in their audit outcomes in the financial year under review. Once more, Mid-Val must be appreciated. Once more, Mid-Val must be the benchmark that all of us agree that we must follow at all times to promote clean municipality in our province. Madam Speaker, we need to hunt for new revenue. All the commitments that we are making in this particular speech, if we don't have funds, they will remain a wish. It's very important, therefore, that we reprioritize our budget and provide the necessary funding where it's needed. To achieve this goal, we are unlocking the value of underutilized and underused assets, and we are pursuing a multifaceted strategy that will include the disposal of non-core asset or short-term and long-term leasing program and promotion of private sector investment in this development. In short, we are saying we are expecting to generate 4 million in revenue for leasing non-core state assets like land and commercializing key strategic assets for 309 million and disposing of non-core assets that are occupied by people that are staying there. If there is a property of government that is not utilized and is not part of our plans, we are ready to sell this property to the private sector and to our people to start their businesses. To this effect, we've identified and concluded due diligence on 76 developed residential properties to be disposed of to current occupants. There are areas, for example, in Eldos, where government property has been occupied by residents of this community. We want to hand over this property to those residents so that they can take over this property from government and we don't have to run around doing this thing. As part of our process to move away from paper-based government to a paperless government, I want to take this opportunity to thank Member Dlamini, the MEC responsible for e-government, for moving with speed in ensuring that our government becomes a smart government. To young people that are applying for driver's license, we want to make this announcement. Gone are the days where you have to queue to apply for your driver's license. We are now opening a smart license center here in Mamelodi, Maponya Center in Soweto, Atteridgeville, and Mohlakeng, where you can have your smart driver's license without having to pay for Coca-Cola for someone that wants you to have a wrong license at the wrong side. This is an investment of this provincial government to improve from moving from paper to paperless. We are also ready, as I indicated earlier on, to introduce a new medical dispensation system that will ensure that people get their medication where they stay. Already, with education, we are paperless with our online registration in education, and they will move to paperless education in the classroom. We are now digitalizing all our hospital and patient files, and we are moving with speed to convert all application forms of government into digital application forms so that people don't have to fill their forms. Working with the Home Affairs Department, we are linking all government departments to the major database so that you don't have to go to the police station to certify your document. By giving us your ID number, we can reprint your matric certificate. We can also reprint your birth certificate where it's needed. Home Affairs is going to unleash their kiosk in our communities, and we want to thank them for this arrangement so that we can work together. Member Dlamini, thank you once more. Last year, we committed to bring free Wi-Fi in the townships. To date, 68 Wi-Fi hotspots has been connected in our townships, and we want to roll out more public Wi-Fi in our hotspot, especially in public institutions like clinics, hospitals, and schools. We've identified 20 priority townships across Gauteng. This intervention of free Wi-Fi in our township is a very important intervention. We want children that are studying in our schools, when they're given homeworks, they must not be isolated or excluded from doing their homework because their houses is not connected to Wi-Fi. We are rolling this Wi-Fi through our 10 core networks so that we can ensure Wi-Fi is available. And we want to ensure that each and every school must be connected to the Wi-Fi network. And for that, we want to thank MTN and their consortium that has been given this particular task to enable a faster internet speed. Madam Speaker, I was here again last year where I committed to conduct lifestyle audits, not only to the MECs, HODs, but to all our staff members that are dealing with tenders in government. We are determined to enhance our prevention, detection, investigation, and resolution to ensure that we run a clean government in Gauteng. To this end, we welcome the findings of the disciplinary process that was initiated against 9 Gauteng Department of Health and Infrastructure officials who were suspended for irregularities over the awarding of contracts for the refurbishment of Anglo-Ashanti Hospital in 2022. This is a shame that all of us must hang our heads in shame. A hospital that was supposed to cost us 50 million ended up costing us more than 500 million because these officials appointed companies and appointed people that were not supposed to be appointed. We are proud when this was brought to our attention, we subjected these people to a disciplinary hearing, and 9 of them were found guilty and 7 of them have been fired, and we have unleashed SIU to recover the money that was misused by these people. Madam Speaker, in 2024, we requested the Special Investigating Unit to conduct lifestyle audits of the Director General, the heads of department, and the CEO, and the CEOs of our institutions. I'm proud to report back that these lifestyle audits were conducted and concluded. 3 of our HODs failed this lifestyle audit, and 3 of them we have requested SIU to conduct further lifestyle audits to also involve their close relatives and friends so that we can determine the extent of their non-disclosure and why they've not disclosed. We are proud that this report is being prepared by the SIU. And I want to thank the MECs that were not part of the lifestyle audits in the 6th administration. All of them, without hesitation, have agreed to go through lifestyle audits, and all of them have been interviewed by the SIU, and all of them have forwarded the relevant information. I appreciate their cooperation, and we are willing to wait for the results of this lifestyle audits. We are now taking the lifestyle audits to the next level. All officials that are working with tenders on contracts are going to be subjected to these lifestyle audits. Already, 2,184 of them have filled all the necessary documents, and we are waiting for the outcome of this lifestyle audit. From now on, before you are employed in these strategic areas, you have to go through the lifestyle audits. Let me thank MEC Mazubuko for the work that we are doing with the homeless people. Every city in our province, you can see homeless people sleeping on our streets. We are of the view this is something that needs our immediate attention. We have identified 2,500 homeless people. We are taking them to various shelters so that we can give them the necessary support. We have also identified a truck with a shower that can go to these parks and ensure that these homeless people are given an opportunity to shower and also given clothing that will ensure that they are back on their feet. Homelessness is not a choice. It's a support that we need to give to homeless people that we need to give at all times. And I want to thank MEC for that support. Madam Speaker, if we have to fight poverty, we have to start with our children. We have identified 1.3 million children that are in our schools that are coming from poverty-stricken families. We are proud to confirm the following, that all these children will be given dignity packs at the beginning of every quarter, and these dignity packs will ensure that these children are not separate from any other child. The dignity packs will contain a toothpaste, a roll-on, Vaseline, face cloth, as well as sanitary pads, so that our children can get the support from our government. We really believe this is an intervention of ensuring that families that have parents that are unemployed, their children get all the necessary support. We are also ready to unleash almost 132 food parcels to some of these children who are in our schools. Through our school uniform program, we are accelerating the 46,000 school uniform to these children. Madam Speaker, we continue to be the preferred destination to host big international events in our country. In December, we hosted a big international artist for 2 days at FNB Stadium. Over 190,000 people flocked into our province. This contributed to almost 900 million to the economy of Gauteng and creating 6,000 new temporary jobs. What worries us, and we have agreed with the minister, the problem with events and big events that are hosted in Gauteng is that when we have these events, there is traffic jam and the cell phone signals are not working and we have challenges of parking. Together with the Minister of Sport, we've established a team that will permanently plan ahead of these big events to ensure that a future final of Nedbank Cup of either Kaizer Chiefs and Pirates or Sundowns and Pirates or Sundowns and Chiefs will ensure that you don't have traffic jam and all people can utilize public transport to the venue and out of the venue. This is a huge intervention so that we can avoid disasters taking place. Madam Speaker, we were competing with other provinces, especially a province that I don't want to mention its name. And we are proud that national government chose Gauteng as the best venue to host the G20 Leaders Summit in November this year. This summit will put our province squarely at the center of global economic diplomacy. On the 20th and 21st of this month, we successfully hosted the G20 Foreign Ministers meeting that was attended by heads of regional government and international organizations. All of them have given us the best feedback on how our hospitality was highly appreciated. We want to thank the City of Johannesburg for playing their role and also thank the Department of International Affairs for bringing these events here. We are not selfish as Gauteng, and we want to share these events with our neighboring provinces like Northwest, Limpopo, and other provinces that are willing to host. The G20 Summit is a premium gathering of influential economic policymakers and players of global importance. And as South Africa assumes this role, the role of the G20 presidency, this is a major milestone that we are ready to take the spin-off out of it. Madam Speaker, the President of the Republic of South Africa and his entire cabinet are coming to visit Gauteng on the 6th and the 7th of March, as the President wants this government to account to national government of the work done and also unlock areas where they can support us. We are looking forward to this interaction with our President. We are ready to bring all our executive mayors so that our President can understand the work that we are doing in our province. We feel privileged that it's Gauteng's turn to host this important engagement with our national government. This will further infuse our province with the necessary energy as it looks to take this historic task at the end of the year. We want to plan together with national government. We really believe for Gauteng to unleash its potential as the economic hub of our country, we need to share our ideas with all government departments at all levels, including local government. Honorable Speaker, as I conclude, Basotho Bar, Honorable Speaker, Basotho Bar, Tedu tsa monna e mong ha di tjha kenya tedu tsa hao metsing. End of quote. I'm repeating.
Order, honorable members, order.
I'm repeating as part.
Order, honorable members.
As part of our International Mother Tongue Day, this idiom says, Tedu tsa monna e mong ha di tjha kenya tsa hao ka metsing. It's a reminder to all of us to never laugh. It's a reminder to all of us never to laugh at the one in trouble. You never know when a similar fate could befall you. I wish to sincerely thank all partners from government of provincial unity for their unwavering support. We are proud that the speech that we are delivering here is a State of the Province address. It's not a speech of one political party. It's the speech of all political parties within the government of provincial unity. We also want to thank our private sector partners, members of civil society, and our communities across the province. Your invaluable contribution and cooperation in shaping a brighter future for our province cannot be overstated. To all government officials, we salute you for your hard work. Your resilience reinforces our commitment to our shared vision. It is this vision that unites us and drives us forward. Let us work hand in hand to build a Gauteng that transforms lives and uplifts poor and downtrodden and lead to the flourishing of all in our home, Gauteng. Even though the dreaded experience of load shedding struck again this past weekend, we agree with the Minister of Electricity that this is a stage that will pass. We are addressing the water challenges with full force. We are driven by the need to promote economic growth. As the seventh administration takes off under the government of provincial unity, we wish to assure the residents of Gauteng that we are ready to serve them. We are ready to clean our province. We are ready to resolve the 13 challenges that we've identified as challenges that need our assistance. The message of the 29 May 2024 election is that we need to learn to work together to solve problems, and that our complex issues can be shared if we find a solution. In Sizulu, they say, injobo enhle ithungelwa ibandla. Sibonga kakhulu. I thank you. Thank you so much, Madam
Thank you very much, Premier. Thank you. You may be seated. Thank you very much, Honorable Premier, for your address and request that your speech be forwarded to the table for placing on the order paper in terms of Rule 16. I want to request that our guests remain seated until all members have left the chamber. The next sitting will be on Thursday, the 27th of February, 2025. This sitting is now adjourned. Thank you very much.